What's going on, everybody? It's your man Bishop Bang, and welcome to another episode of It's Whatever with the Bishop, Magic Moments with the Mosley Present. I got my co-host, Funny Man Jeff. Yep. And we is in here on a beautiful Saturday morning. It's the last Saturday in September.
Yeah, time flies
when you having fun.
When you having fun.
I think the seasons is wrapping up a little bit fast.
It's been weird this whole week. Like, you wake up, it's freezing on the low. Then after lunch break or whatever, it get hot as hell. Then at nighttime, when you ready to take it all down, it gets a little cold again.
Yeah, it's like a marriage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's like a marriage.
Funny.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
That will fit perfectly. But what's going on, man? I see you. You've been doing some things.
Yo, man. So, as you know, the days I don't work out with you, I was doing a little bit of stuff at my crib.
Okay.
But it's like the little bit of stuff I had, I made it work. But it's like, okay, this is what I got now is a warm up. Now this ain't even like a whole workout. So long story short, there's an electrician on the job site. We were talking. He's into like running marathons and biking marathons. Shout out to my man Brian if you ever see this. But so he was selling a bench for $200. And I showed you the pictures. It came with a whole bunch of weights, the rack to put the weights on, bar, curl bar, decent amount of stuff, man. The bench was in good condition. It got the joint for the preacher curls. It got the leg extender joint on it. Okay. And I picked it up yesterday, and I set it up this morning. And it's like, and thank you for throwing me the squat rack last week. So it's like
you got everything.
That and a little bit of stuff I got, the ad wheel and the resistance bands. So I'm like, I got something now. Like,
yeah, so I got somebody for my overflow. I'll be like, I don't want them to see.
Throw you a couple hours.
Yeah,
it feels good though, because like, as you know, I was like, I don't have a gym membership. It's either I go to the church or work out at home. But now it's like, if I'm not with you Monday and Tuesday to get my week started, that's why I love it with you, because that kicks my week. I'm in full mode. It's up to me what I do with the rest of the days. Now I have something that excites me. To them days I'm not with you. No, you're fine. Take your ass downstairs and go get it popping.
So my question: are you gonna be motivated to go down there and do what you gotta do?
I think I'll be motivated more because it's the more stuff and I don't have to go nowhere. Like, it's like, because I'm in like I got 6 months in. I'm in full swing already.
You can grind if you don't want to come out.
Yeah, and the baby will be here within 3 weeks.
Right.
So you know how my wife could possibly be, you gonna leave the baby? Nope, you put her down for a nap. I'm running downstairs. I'll be back up 45 minutes to an hour. Right. Like, you ain't gotta worry about me. Now, working out with Bishop, that is what that is. I think we all know what that's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But them other days, you ain't gotta worry about me running off nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as far as that, I don't got myself falling off. I think because of the results I've seen in those 6 months, and because it's a journey for me that I love, and it's what's helping me out with my sobriety, and I've become a dude slowly who's motivating others.
Right.
So it's like I can't stop. Now I can't.
Yeah.
Now if I would have kept it to myself and wouldn't have been talking about it on the podcast or posting pictures on social media or motivational videos, then it wouldn't matter. But it's like you have people low key looking at you too. So and it's about me still. Bump that.
It's not. I didn't. He's not coached to answer this. I didn't.
I just got here. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say. I'm gonna ask you this question to say this: does working out help with your purpose? Does it help motivate you to do other things?
Yeah. The science behind all this, having your endorphins pumping and things like that. You know, because I don't know all the scientific words, but I know them endorphins. When you get them rolling, that plays a major part. And then even with the leg day, you know what I mean? My testosterone, like, through the roof right now. Whether it is sexual with my wife or whether it's just being a man in the field I work in, it helps big time with my purpose, because it's like, all right, I'm building up my body, I'm building up my mind. Right. So it's like, when it comes to me building up other things I'm doing outside of work or just what have you, I'm focused now, and I understand the importance of time, routine, regimen, like.
Awesome.
It's all flowing now that I'm into reading books.
Awesome.
So it's like, I ain't gonna say I'm becoming military minded, but it's like, I take my time serious as hell now.
I love it.
Like, we shout out to my man Joseph Wilkerson. I got away from AT&T not too long, like beginning of this year. We went to Sprint, right? And he threw us a dope deal and gave us an iPad. And I wasn't really using the iPad for her. My wife would use it to shop for the baby and stuff. But now I snatched it from her. Like, this is for me to help with everything I want to do. I organize everything in the iPad. Like, bam, now we calculate it with scheduling and just everything, man.
It's good, man.
Future plans, doing research.
It's good.
I love it, man.
I can tell, man. You can see the fruits of it starting in your life. Like, it's really starting to open up. And we was talking off. I ain't gonna say off camera. Yeah, but off camera about saying that we wish we would have did it earlier or wish we would have been, and we came to that conclusion of the time is right when it's right.
Yeah.
It's actually good to, because some people come from a place and don't recognize where they come back and where they came from, and they head back because they didn't take the time through each process, looking back on bad days, looking back on this is how I felt.
The F-ups.
Yes, this
the mistakes.
This was my mindset. This is where I came from, and that you don't want to go back there, and being able to look at both sides, knowing that was me, and this is me now, and knowing that this is you now. You hold no regrets to, and like you said, the scheduling, your time maintenance, and just the evaluation of life. It makes
You know what just hit my mind? With there's no story, and it's hard to find that purpose to fulfill without not going through or not doing what you said you should have already done.
Right.
Like me just starting 6 months ago to get right in all facets of life. Like, if I would have done that in early 20s, there's no story.
Right.
There's no way I can reach back or reach out to anybody who's been in my shoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And tell them, like, man, look, I was 60 pounds heavier 6 months ago. I was drinking like 5 times a week.
Right.
Like, if I can do it, you can do it. If I don't have that, then how am I going to motivate somebody? You know what I mean? Or be relatable.
Right. And I remember my wife put on the board the depression killer, the workouts, and she had like this crazy routine on there. She named it.
Oh, she put that up there?
Yeah, that was her. I don't write on there. She write on there. The depression killer, and I'm so far dug in that I see that other people feel that feeling. Like, I can tell when the endorphins is working and the mind is, you know, it's a difference. I have people come in and be like, I feel better now when they leave. And not just from the conversation, but just the workout period. Just that push. It's like, I'm trying to explain it. Like, you know how everybody's full of, everybody knows that feeling of being full of tension. Mm-hmm. Some anxiety or something that's just like, need to release that. Or like that. It's like a energy that people don't know, but it depends which way you push it. You can push it towards boosting up depression, boosting up negative thinking, negative talking. We all have a drive towards where we push that energy. So coming in like doing legs or something, because like I can come in there and say, hey, let's just do this, do that, do this, and it can be real simple and it really doesn't charge as much, versus adding something that's going to take a little digging deep. And I'm starting to, in my analysis of how I look at it, is I starting now to understand that I have to put something challenging, so that even for myself, like, I'll be in my mind like, that sounds crazy, but I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, I'll try it, like, you know what I mean? Because I truly believe that we on the same wavelength, that extra push lifts you.
Yo, two things with that. First of all, that extra push sometimes is the difference of that scale change in a pound. That's first off. When we go physical, I've noticed that the days where you do exercises where when I get done, I'm like, and I give you that look, like that one did it, like that was rough. But then a day or two later, when I jump on that scale or whatever, I'm like, that might have been that.
Right. Yeah.
Them sets right there, along with my whole everything I'm doing, that might have said that took that extra pound or two. So that's that. And number two, the reason why I love that you do that, I said something to you before, you caught it, but maybe you might now catch it better when I said, catch it better, like when I was like, we wouldn't do that if you didn't have us do this.
Right.
So that it is good you push it. That's why, like, I know I'm eventually going to get to a point where if I want to come to you, it's not even for the service. It's just as a bonding instead of a. But I know for real, I can't do that anytime soon because, of course, do I kick ass when I'm by myself? Hell yeah. But there's things you implement at times where it's like, yo, I didn't think to do that.
Right.
Like, I know with you, I'm going to get the better workout. Right. Now, some days I do push myself too, but it's like, it's just stuff that you have and the knowledge you know what I mean? You put into these exercises and stuff. But, yeah.
and that's how I know I sit back and I like you were one, Shavar was one, they'll be like, yo, I seen this crazy workout on, you know what I mean? So when I smile because I know that's what's on your mind and that you're looking them up, that you're going to get the best out of whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a World Star Hip Hop. I'm not really scrolling too much down timelines anymore. Like, if I'm in bed and I ain't ready to go to sleep, my wife is almost passed out, or I'm not really into the TV, but it's on. I'm on YouTube or stuff like that. Like, let me see some stuff, and because that is where my mind is at. I'm kind of over certain things I used to be into.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you pick up the form.
Yeah.
So I look at it like it helps me. Because I'm showing, but I know what you're capable of. Like I like, even with, and hats off to you because a lot of people came out the gate like that. Even Keenan, and I always say like, yo, you gotta share your story. People that like don't get to see you squat, like don't get to see you train legs and be able to come in and do it with perfect form and do it at that weight with no complaint. Because like, yo, me when I first started, it was like pulling teeth. Yo, I'll give Terry the best credit because, like, and even Sandomir, they had the patience for me learning that form because I almost had that. I had that attitude that I'm going to do it no matter what, which I did. I would get my ass kicked and I would still come back. It was times where I'd be in here, my legs was hurting. I'm talking about swell up where one day I was crying, Jones was hurting so bad.
On the job site, man. I be in pain some days on the job sites.
The quad popped up and that thing was just like in the air with like a charger. The thing was in the air. And he gave me some coconut. I would try to drink that. I ain't drinking this. But
I be popping bananas like Skittles sometimes after a leg.
I went back and then I realized I got this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it became it became exciting. And it became a part of. So I always say, if you're in, especially for men, if you're in it and you're going to make it, you'll know by the way you train legs. I don't care about nothing else. Like you can lift chest heavy, curl, all that.
See, even me doing labor. I don't always do it, but doing labor on the job sites. The things I pick up, or you know what I mean, like what I do, or if I got to unload drywall or move drywall, what I do by myself. It's just no judgments, but after that, it baffles my mind when some men are like, I'm like, bro, like, I ain't doing this for nothing. Or like, one day I was around my brother and I leaned on a car and the whole car moved. It's like, it got the spring what's that called, the suspension and all that, so it didn't move.
Right.
But it's the wheel stays still, but and he looked up at me like, I didn't.
Yeah, nah, that's me.
Yeah, it is me.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
But I look at men like, and maybe this is judgment. F that, because as men, we're supposed to be kings. We are supposed to be strong. We're supposed to be warriors. We're supposed to be protectors.
Yeah, we're supposed to look a certain way.
Yeah, man. So it's like, F that. You can do. The good thing is you can do this too.
Yeah, we adapted, man. It is a stereotype for Americans. This is a glutton country.
Yeah, we're fat and lazy.
Yes.
And we don't care about education.
So it's like
not everybody.
It's like those that separate themselves. You have to, and I don't mean it. I mean it. You have to take care of your body. Like you can't be over here in this. Like, don't get me wrong. There's fat kings. There are fat kings.
But look how their story ended too. On the flip side, though.
Yeah, there was fat kings drinking out of goblets.
Yeah.
And biting off chicken wings and sitting around getting by a whole bunch because he was the king. You know,
They was like a part of them too.
He was the king. But at the end of the day, you can be a king and have you don't gotta look like a supermodel or nothing like that.
Because it has a lot. Magazine.
It has a lot to do about the feeling. You'll get past the look. The look is a plus, but the feeling of knowing that you're able to do multiple things with an energy and to be able to move through life feeling good and moving through gracefully and don't have them days where you're just laying around, can't move, unmotivated.
I used to hate mornings. Now I'm okay with the morning.
Don't capture the day. Like, you have to capture the day.
It's a level of confidence too. Now I walk with my head held high. I got a little Denzel stroll sometimes. Right. I got this little stroll with me.
Yeah.
Whether I'm in work clothes, dressed up, or dressed down like this, it's this.
Yeah, it's a confidence. I tell some of the women, like, men spot confidence. We'll spot other stuff too, but it's a difference. The confidence sticks out to me before anything. I don't care how dope her body, like, confidence. It could be an ugly joint. She confident and carry her confidence in a certain type of way. She's beautiful.
There's an appeal.
Yes, it has a very nice appeal because, and I ain't gonna say she might be an ugly joint, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, everyone's not just the first look of the. People might feel that way about me, and I'm okay with that. So they should be too. But yeah, like,
I know where you were going with it.
Yeah, it's a confidence, and you see they stick out. They stick out versus the people that have to buy the outfit to stick out. Need the shoes, need the car. You can't take the car and stuff in certain places. It was talking about. I read. Your confidence walks in the room before you.
Yeah.
I don't care how much knowledge you know. Like, you could have on the best outfit. Someone that comes in and just craves the attention, not purposely, but
they own the room.
Yes, and everyone has that capability. That will cause people not to like you. That you hold yourself at that.
Here come this.
Yes, that would. But everyone's capable of that, and it starts by how you feel about yourself. You know, and then we got all the tools to come in with that. Because some girls talk nasty, post nasty. Like, you have to be. That's how I'm gonna get your attention. You know what I mean? This is what I'm gonna do. Or even guys, it goes both ways. But there's a difference. You know, and I always stick by, and I'm gonna stand by that before we move on. That you cannot be leading and going where you're going if you don't take care of your body first, because that's what's going to keep you going. I feel if you're cramming your face and not respecting your body and the work that goes along with the whole package of being a leader, a motivator, all those things, you neglect your body, you're still off. That's how I feel, right? Because that's the part where you don't have control. You see what I'm saying? You can't teach control, but you have no control. So that's your weakness, and yet it's still your weakness, and it's growing because I see you.
My health too, like, as far as like the past couple months, like twice I felt like I was about to have some sort of like chest cold or something coming on, but because of my fitness and my diet, the cold never fully comes on. Yeah. I'll just feel some type of way for a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll kick it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
I might do my fruit smoothie with the kale. Like, I'm dumping a whole orange. I'm peeling it. Boop.
And I always think,
and off that
too.
I drink nothing but water and a little bit of ginger ale.
Yeah. If you mentally say, oh, this is coming, this is about to happen, and you birth it, I think that's how you get sick. You like, oh, I'm about to be sick. Nah. When I feel it, I don't even talk about it. I just
work on it, sweat out. Whatever this shit's coming, I'm just sweat it out. And let me go make me more of my smoothies.
Yep, and I'm gonna get back to
and keep drinking my water.
And I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing.
And it shakes.
Yep. I'll be thankful because I rarely.
You rarely get sick.
Yep. Yep. If it'd be anything like, it'd be like an emergency, something real serious. Like, but other than that, I don't.
Because the weather's changing. A lot of people are about to start getting sick.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of that stuff being in the food too. So you cut out certain processed foods and stuff like that. You cut out a lot of that. Like that, please y'all, that microwavable stuff ain't good for you.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from some of them canned vegetables too. Like, I get it, you get what you can afford and your timing, and I get it, but man, leave a lot of that shit alone. Do your research for you. We talk about it periodically on this podcast, but I can only tell you with so much. Educate yourself. Dr. Sebi had a point. Like, you even got to go that strenuous too. Just understand that there's certain things. Read the ingredients. Read the calories on it. Read the box. You'll see some of this. You can't really pronounce half the shit. Right. It ain't for you.
Right.
And some of that goes into being sick. I was telling my dad. My dad was like, "Oh, I'm feeling sick." I'm like, "Well, drink all that." Like, you know what I mean? Like, he stopped eating meat. So I'm like, "All right, cool. You've been eating a lot of pasta and stuff. There's a lot of sugar going on. There's mucus that comes from way too much sugar and all that." He's like, "Yeah, you're right." I'm like, "Yeah, man. You know, I want to see you live, buddy. You got to adjust what you doing out there."
You know that. I think it's part of keep saying something. Because my dad's in the same boat. I was like, you could be out doing so much more if you shed a few.
Yeah, my dad stopped eating meat, so it's like he did lose a lot, but it's like, all right, but you're getting older too, so you might have to, now you got to go back and drop something else.
Yeah, and that's why I used to always wonder, I used to be like, when people get a certain age, they don't care. They gonna start then. And it's gonna be late, but at least they'll start. And I'll be like, nah. People don't.
Because it can be too late by then. You might, especially, you know, a lot of minority men don't want to go to the doctor. Dudes don't like checkups, so when you care, it might be almost too late.
I like checkups.
Not too late, but
I like them because I like to see what I'm doing.
You get the blood work, even if it's just the blood work. Get the blood work done.
I like the good reports.
Yeah,
I like hearing, oh, you're in great shape. You're in good.
No diabetes, no blood pressure, no high blood pressure. Like you smooth.
Yeah,
that does feel good.
So I don't mind them. I like going there and they don't gotta do much. If they know.
Because then you know, see you next year.
Yeah. Yep.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Because if not, then now you're looking at follow-up visits. Now they contemplating putting you on meds and all that. Now either your insurance is about to get drained or your pockets are getting drained. Like, I don't want to know what that's like, man.
And I think a lot of stress, sickness comes from stress.
Yes. Stress will kill you, literally.
Yes, I think that's why a lot of people are sick and are young and look old and from stress. And I wanted to talk about stress and also how you speak over your life. As far as like with your weight, people that make fat jokes about themselves or try to be.
Man, I'm still a chunky dude, but I ain't out the clear yet of being in the big dude section. That shit's a cover up.
Right.
That shit is like, people do that so you, like Eminem on 8 Mile.
Right.
I'm going to trash myself, Clarence, Papa Doc, before you can trash me.
Yeah.
My nickname in school was Fat Jeff in high school, and I owned it. Just so that if you thought you was about to try to trash me and give me the fat jokes, it's too late. I own this. Now, in a sense, I guess it's okay, but the older I get, and if you start talking about Jeff,
well, they be like,
no, the only other Jeff at the high, he's 2 years older than me. 2-3 years older than me was Jeff Bellamy Hunter. So it was like, I don't think it was another Jeff. Oh, because my man Jeff Dent, shout out to him, and he was at Still High. So yeah.
So probably the person that gave you the name, he probably was.
B Majors, Brian fucking Majors gave me the name. But we didn't mean it like that. What's up, Fat Jeff? Or it was Dre Watson. Or it was Drano. One of them.
Mr. Majors now.
We were young. Yeah. But they did it in a manner too where they wasn't like trashing me, like. But to get to the point, when people do that, like prime example too, look at Monique was owning the big girl stuff.
Right.
This chick is slim as hell now because it's a health thing. You could have confidence and still be healthy.
So, all right, I'm not to switch.
Because I don't know if I got too far off.
No. Just because I want to understand. So, is it safe to say that? See, that's how I say even with debate, because like there's a lot of slutty girl music, and I think that and we can go wherever we want. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of slutty girl music, and then there's a lot of women that portray slutty stuff.
But ain't the girl Megan Thee Stallion in a relationship or something?
Listen, so that's what I wanted to say. So I wanted to say
entertainment.
That's what I wanted to say. So, like, even the ones that like post a lot of, is it safe to say I mean, men can see through and get to know you and find out the whole real, because you do want your woman like that behind closed doors, or to you, whatever moderation.
Lady in the streets and the freak in the sheets.
Right, like, even if okay, some people are like, oh, that's just joke, that's how I...
No.
So is it a cover-up of saying that's...
Yeah, but so if you want to touch on for a hot 2 seconds for the girls who do that, I low-key think it's a cry for attention.
Okay.
You low-key would like to have a man. You want... who does not really want love?
Right.
Or some girls might have had their heart broken too many times, or might have been effed over by a man too many times, so they probably, and then one thing I noticed, because I'm 32, but when I was in my 20s, maybe all women have had this, or I don't know if this kind of hit the mainstream with my generation. Because I know you got a few years on me, so you can speak on it, but women now are embracing the hoe phase.
Yeah, I had a friend.
And I had a hoe phase, and that wasn't cool.
I'm not putting her business out, but she had texted me and was like, there's a lot of, I just read her thing, I was just like, wow, that is how it looks.
It's
like,
a thing.
There's slut walks, there's whole restaurants, there's whole carnivals, whole gatherings.
So are we embracing that so that you can't call it to me? That's how I look at it. I'm going to call myself, because to take the power from you if you try to put me down. That's my view on my opinion.
So I wonder, like, that might be a thing. It might just be, they might be hoes for real. It might be a nation there.
You know why I became a hoe and I had my hoe phase? Because I was a late bloomer. In middle school and high school, when girls didn't want me, I used to feel like, damn, I was the king. I invented the friend zone.
I think it's draining.
It is. I invented the friend zone. So when I bloomed, blossomed, all that in my very early 20s, and I found my dress game and my swag and started going out, then I'm like, oh, they want me now. I'm taking advantage of this shit.
Right.
Now realizing, like, I low-key screwed myself. Like, now, thank God I've been married. Every year I'm married is better for me because that removes me further and further away if Jeff was a hoe. Like, so, because men can do it too, because I'm not going to talk about the lady, but I'll talk about myself.
Right.
But, yeah. But that was for me because y'all ain't want me. All right, I'm smashing everything.
Right.
So it was a cover-up. I didn't really want that, but, So people have their reasons, but then it's like, we don't got to do that moving forward because we're going to have kids one day.
Right.
Or we have kids who are going to be adults one day. That whole thing about when you have a daughter, you flash back to how you treated women and you hope that she don't get treated how you...
Yeah.
And I wasn't even that bad.
Right.
But I know I did women wrong.
I think that is left up to your power.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as the dad in the picture, you're gonna give the daughter all the necessary tools that she needs. Like I'm not warning my daughter about a certain type of guy. I'm gonna teach her what guy to look for. I don't need no fear in you of. You see,
I like that. Thank you. My daughter will be in a couple weeks.
Yeah, paying attention to avoiding a certain type of guy. No, I'm gonna teach you what kind of guy to look for.
And I think that's a better way of teaching because now you're not out here in fear.
Yes, I do not stand.
And then as the father, you don't have to be in fear.
Right. Because I know that
I raised her right.
Yeah, it was an understanding of how you're gonna run into knuckleheads, and I don't believe that. Oh, they run into the type of guy that dad is. That's not. I don't believe in that. I believe they run into what they like.
Because it can go either way.
Yeah.
It can go, I want a man like my pops who was the shit, or it can be, I done seen this good stuff my whole life. What is that bad boy like over there?
Yeah, I heard Jason wanted Marjorie of your mom.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I never looked at like that's weird to me. Like I never know.
Like me and my wife are the opposite. How I was raised, you done thought I'd have ended up with a chick who's like just yes sir, no sir, like a salad eating bitch. Like,
right.
But I'm attracted to women like my wife who don't take no shit.
I think it's
and who would be like, what?
Yeah, it's a difference. It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. But yeah, I feel we gotta watch how we speak over ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is it's a true. It bursts the truth. It brings it out to be true. So for likes, saying it for attention, you got to be cautious to that because it still says something and it's not good.
Now, if you don't want to be an entrepreneur and if you don't want to like be somebody who's like trying to do some major things, whatever.
Yeah, because I have people be like, oh, I can't do that because I'm just lazy or I'm just da-da-da-da-da. And like, you're saying it in a joking matters as if it's a joke. But no, it's true. Like, that is who you're owning. So until you speak differently about your situation and become a I can do person, because people and listen, man, you're 9 to 5. A lot of people's 9 to 5s do not bring out anything in them. You're just doing a job. It does not birth no creativity. You just know the system.
The difference between the job and the career.
Yes.
Somebody who has a career might be different.
Right. So
somebody who has a 9 to 5, like a regular job, and it's okay, make your money. Right. But yeah, somebody has a regular job. You're right. Like I used to work front desk at a hotel. Now I made it help me work on my people skills from when I'm doing business or I'm on the stage or things like that, or meeting people and stuff. But did that really But I had to force that. If I wasn't doing what I was doing, did that do anything for me?
Right.
No.
But then, but then, like you said, having the mind to make it do something is different because if it works on your people skills, like I said at the airport, something like what you said. We have a thing.
Yeah, you deal with people.
Yeah. So I rarely didn't get tipped. I mastered.
You get?
Yeah, you can get tips. I mastered.
I was getting tips at the front desk.
Listen, I mastered paying attention, communication, showing exact and bringing out something that they would be like, wow, and dig in their pocket. Or even when their family members or whoever pulled up, they'd be like, "You have some money? I want to give him some money," and they would give me like $20 bills, and like because it was all in to me using my skills to talk to them.
Yo, really quick story. So when I was working front desk at a hotel, like a lot of weekends they have car shows, or at the hotel where sometimes they had weddings and stuff like that. So it was these dudes, these three or four older white dudes, and I forget what they were there for. It might have been a wedding, might have been something, maybe a car show. But first night in town, the one dude comes up to me. He's like, "So is there any strip clubs around here?" So I'm like, "Yeah, there's one. Savannah's in the city. Give me a second." Man, I went in the computer, man. I looked up the times and everything for them, and I wrote down the times, the cost, if they wanted to do like some VIP stuff, and I said, "Here you go, man." And I said, "If you need a taxi or whatever, we can call them up for you." Looked at my name tag. "Thanks a lot, Jeff." And he walked away for a hot second. He came back and took a 20 and slid it right across the counter. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
But I took the time, like,
right.
"Oh man, want to have a good time with his buddy?" I got y'all.
Yeah.
And I was very cool on how I didn't even say the word strip club though.
And you know what that is? That extra mile pays off. That separates the difference of people. That shows who you are now. And that's the thing I love. That's the thing I love about you that I recognize in you. Is that's one of the qualities that I definitely recognize in you. You'll be like, "Hey, wait, I know how to," and it's doing it. That was sincerely making sure that they were cool, and they felt that, and it was genuine. You know what I mean? And that was one of my things too at the airport that I paid attention to. Oh, you got how many grandkids? What's their name? And and I know just where to go, even on how they might interact in the house. And then I pay attention to. You can have on a Colorado shirt, and I like, "Oh, you from the Rocky Mountain? How you know?" It's on your shirt, but I ain't say nothing, but. You know, when I was getting into that conversation, "Oh, your kids went to school here, college, and next you know, we having a full-blown conversation. Next you know, I'm getting tipped $20.
See, those are skills. Like I think those skills can be learned. I don't know, because I want to say I learned those skills, but I don't know, man. But like my brother, like dope at what he does. He's not really a people person,
right?
So it's like I try to teach him. He wants to get better at being a people person because he's the type he don't take no shit. But it's like I try to. There's a fine line on when you got to bring that dog out or when you just got to be a smooth dude, man. Right. And how do you do it? I was like, current events. You just got to sometimes find a middle ground of something to talk about, and just show that you're a compassionate person. Show that you
know something.
Yeah, make people. And make people feel comfortable rapping with you, and you don't never have to get personal.
I think people
You don't have to talk about
Right.
super personal stuff.
people of information have things to share. People of knowledge, people of they have something worthwhile to say. They have something worth to share. And I mean, hey, even if it's information of the craziest thing, they're going to share it. They're going to always be talking about something, doing something. I fall into that. I fall into there, and
Sometimes you're a Renaissance man.
yeah, I have to own it. I definitely always want to. I am one that I'm always looking to gain something from someone throughout the week, throughout the day. Even if it's with my clients, they don't even know it. But I like to hear, see what you know, see what you can give back to me. And I think, and that's big. I wanted to. I had another. I do want to talk about trust issues, and so I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me ask you. Do you check your wife's phone?
One time in the marriage, I think in the very beginning, I did, and I didn't find nothing. So I'm like, don't ever do it again. Because number one, you didn't find nothing. Number two, if you do find something, like, but you didn't find nothing. So like, what the fuck? And then here goes the last thing. Why the fuck did you get married if you were going to do that? Y'all could have stayed just shacking up, or just, you know what I mean, on the boyfriend girlfriend level.
So how does your trust for her work?
See,
so if you was to tell the people how you go about trusting your wife, what makes you trust? What do you have in place that you do that either she shares and does the same, or what you do for you as far as trusting your wife? Do you just trust her?
Yeah. See, okay. Because, let me put it like this. I trust her. And I have no issues with thinking she is not being faithful. My trust with her can come from, my wife's a hothead. And I don't want to say nothing incriminating. But anyway, my wife don't take no shit. So I don't trust her sometimes to not go out there and be a stand-up citizen towards people who mean harm by me.
Right.
I don't trust her alone sometimes because she might go get that revenge.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to like her like infidelities or anything like that, now I trust her wholeheartedly, and it's because she never gave me a reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To feel like I shouldn't trust her.
Right. So you separate how society looks at it versus how you really look at it.
Yeah. Cause yo, like we got married in Vegas at a chapel, so you know I'm not knocking a traditional wedding because I think when we have a 5 or 10 year anniversary, I want that whole feeling. But here goes the thing for me. But because it was just me, my grandparents, my wife, and the chapel lady, like I really got to focus on my vows. I wasn't distracted by anything else that goes on at your traditional wedding. So them vows, I'll hold them closer and tighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what's the point of getting married if I wasn't going to trust the chick?
Do you hold them close for your own personal gain? I mean, your own personal reason, or is it in fear of anything?
I think my relationship with God plays a role in it. And I think it's because my mom and dad been married for 30 plus years and they've been through some capital shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I have a lot of people in my family who were married for years, whether it was the good or the bad, or whether it was the grandmom stayed married to the grandpa just strictly for the relationship with God. She don't even fucking love the man no more, but I'm not letting him down. Right. So for me, now great, I'm happy with my marriage. I'm just thinking, I
mean, we wouldn't think about it, but clear that up because there's some people that are in marriages, they're really in it for the relationship with God.
Yeah, no, my wife rides out. I mean, I'm trying to get her to a point where riding out don't mean we got to come guns blazing. But my wife got my back. Like, I'm an open book on this show. I don't give a shit because what the fuck you gonna do? Stay in family. But my family think that my wife keeps me away. No, when I took my vows in the vows was forsaking all others. So if somebody in my family doesn't, I'm talking to the fucking camera. This is like a fucking interview with Angie Martinez. No, because they had my baby mama, my sister's baby shower last week. What the hell is that? And I'm sorry. Edit this out. You keep it, drop it. I don't care. And sorry for raising my voice. But anyway, forsaking all others, yo. So if somebody in my family ain't digging my wife, no, the wife did not keep me away from the family. Jeff decided to stay away because I'm rolling with her. And she does the vice versa. Right. So that right there leaves me like in a predicament where I got nothing but trust for her. I got nothing but love for her. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the comedy. One time somebody tried to burn me on some money. She told me, go start the car. I got this. Like she didn't come out with no money, but I appreciate her efforts. But it's like, I think you can spot other ways where you should be able to trust your spouse. Because if you got a partner who's willing to like just lay it all out there for you, like, you know what I mean? Some people are still sneaky as shit. Some people are still good at it, but you should be able to pick up on that. And then also, why did you get married if you don't? You could have just stayed fucking.
Like, so, do you think it's necessary? Do you think it can work for people to have each other's passcodes, check phones?
My wife has mine.
Check behind, that type of stuff.
My wife has mine. I told her, and I'm not changing it. Thank God I don't watch porn as much as I used to, so I just make sure. Now I'm worried about just cleaning the browser instead of clearing up text messages and stuff. Like,
oh, you have to hide that
I mean, she just looks at it like, like you and these milfs. You know, that episode we did was funny as shit. But no, man. But like, no, my passcode, she knows it, and if she ever needs to see my phone, here, you know the passcode. Or I might get out of something I was in, like here.
So do you think it's necessary that it will, do you think it will help the individual who needs the passcode or needs to check the phone? Do you think that that will help them be secure in the relationship? I mean, I say that because
momentarily,
yeah.
Somebody, if there's no trust, you're gonna find a reason. Like, all right, I'm gonna be open book again. Very beginning of the marriage, I got caught texting a chick from my past. My wife has let that go, but let her get fuming, pissed off at me. Like if I said some dumb shit, or she like I did something wrong, or she might just be that. Like it has to be. It's not all the time. Right. Oh, that's coming back up. So I know she trusts me, but that still might. You know what I mean? I know she trusts me. She's not like, but that shit is back here somewhere. Like,
yeah.
And now that I'm trying to get myself together, are you gonna leave me? Like, no. I don't know if I said this on this show, but I told her. I might have said it. I don't care. But I told her. She's like, you want to get all slim while I'm all pregnant, getting all fat? I'm like, yo, you're big for a reason. You got a baby, but I've been fat all my life. Can I see what slim looks like once? Because Deion Cole said it. He was like, put some of that food down. You know how it tastes. You've been fat all your life. Right. Try skinny just once. But yeah, but trust is tricky. And it's one of the things where, now if you never did anything wrong, that could end up being some toxic stuff.
Right.
If you know you never did anything.
I think that's the issue with the person. I think
insecurities. I don't know if we need to touch that for like a minute or two, but
I think that plays a major part, and it's a bad look. It's a very bad look. It's a blanket. It puts a blanket on your relationship.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why here goes. I know a lot with us with this show falls back into fitness, but here's the beautiful thing about fitness, like me getting how I'm getting right now, looking how I'm looking. My insecurities are like out the door 1,000%. Cause now it's like, man, I know I look good now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm the shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm dotting all my eyes.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
What I gotta worry about what another man look like?
Yeah.
Go ahead, flirt with her, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can me 6 more months, I take my shirt off, I look like that too. What's up? And you probably can't lift as much as me, you know what I mean? Like, same thing with my wife. My wife, you know how women are when they get pregnant, they get big and they get down on themselves. No, sweetheart, you're that for a reason because God blessed you to be able to bring life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you need to get rid of them insecurities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I try to install that. If it's not there, try to help.
I let my wife know she's beautiful all the
Yeah,
time.
you have to. My wife knows she's free to be her.
Yeah.
Free to go as she may.
Yeah, when we used to drink, I used to tell Savannah, you go to a fucking ladies' night. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you need to get out the house.
Right.
You're the only woman around. Like, and I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Because yeah. So I think it's a real freedom in a relationship where you can go as you please, do what you must, and keep your integrity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think how you look at things and your integrity of how you look at life and how you just approach the situations for yourself. Only a blind person or someone that's really naive is not going to pay attention to what room or what place was that negative, because that's negative. If you're cheating and you're supposed to say you're committed to someone, you're first a liar, you know. So that's one of the biggest things. No one wants to deal with a liar. So you're confessing love and I'm not doing this, and you're a liar. Everything about you is negative. Nothing good coming your way because you fall in that class. You can't say, I'm doing positive, I'm doing this, I'm trying to uplift and encourage, and then you're a snake to someone you say you love. Why would anyone that you don't sleep with or mess with or confess to love trust you? You do the person that you say you love dirty. Mm-hmm. So, you know,
right?
And I say that in all lines and all things, even trainers that speak with their clients. Like, you dirty the aura of
exactly. You bust
that flows with. You see what I'm saying?
It's gonna be some weird feelings going
because
on.
Because now this woman, you were supposed to be uplifting and help her change her life. You started sleeping with her, knowing you're not going to be with her. That's the difference.
You're mixing these emotions up.
Yeah, and so now you go on about your business. Now you got someone that you have bad business with, and I feel like it taints any type of respect or any type of thing you claim to be. Mm-hmm. Your integrity is just shot. So I look at it like you should have to.
You ever had a woman flirting super hard and you've had to cut her off? Or most of them have that?
I think some of them know exactly where I stay. It's something to say, little.
Because you are at you.
Yeah, but I slowly get rid of them. Or I never.
If they getting a little too.
If it's gonna be any type of I'm cool on my part, but if you don't come to work out, by the time you hear my mouth and you hear this is him, you're not gonna stick.
And then where you train at too, like if you really think you're gonna bring that here,
and you're not gonna stick around because I don't play when it comes to this. This is serious. So.
And you only here for an hour. Come get your shit. Come get your workout on.
But yeah, most people for the most part respect.
Everybody's respect. Yeah,
everybody's respectful. You know, so it is. That's a plus.
Good.
And it is what it is. But I do feel if you gotta check phones and gotta do all that, you might as well don't be with that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's not a way to secure security.
And you'll always be looking for something. You'll ruin good moments, good vibes, good times.
But you'll be running around assuming stuff that ain't even true.
You'll drive yourself nuts.
Crazy.
You'll push the significant other away.
Yep. And she gonna be humping on somebody else for real. You really gonna be sick.
I'm gonna give you what you're looking for.
You gonna be sick. Listen, I don't miss them days of when I got what I was looking for.
I've been there in my younger years.
I don't know how people listen. I don't like being played with. I ain't even with it. So, I do want to say this. You have to, on that note, you have to just be strong.
And what I do too is, I'm so busy that I ain't got time to go fuck around. You see everything I'm out here trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
And I see there's another thing too. I get it. Some women aren't built to help run the show. Some You know what I mean? Like they probably can be. Anybody can learn what you're trying to do. I'm speaking from a aspiring entrepreneur and all that good stuff. Some women are built to help hold down the business, help build it up. Some that might not be their twist. They're just here to be sitting front row. You know what I mean? Come on, baby, you got this. But I have
and do other things.
Yeah. But I have the wife who's hands on. Anything I'm trying to do, she's like,
that's good. That's dope.
Yeah, she's coming to Lowe's or Home Depot with me, or she's, you know what I mean. If I'm running ideas, she's giving feedback. Like,
that's good. That's good. Yeah. And I say that's what makes marriages work. It's the teamwork. You gotta find something to be a team about. If you're not a team about anything, you know,
then I like
you
it
can't
too.
be a team about just going to church. That is nothing to be a team
Right.
about.
And then I like it too because I vow to never be this guy because I see too many people close to me who are like this with their women. But if you're helping me build this, there's no way in hell when the success rolls in and the big boy ducats roll in, I can even fix my lips to be like, I built this shit. I did this. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. If you helped me build it and you live from the rip. Now granted, you shouldn't do that regardless. But now it's like, even if I had one of those moments.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Even if I had one of those moments where I lost my humility for a second.
Right.
Nah, I can't. You ever see when Deion Sanders had that show?
I had one of them moments. And I'll be truthful about that. I had one of them moments like, I don't know, like my wife wasn't helping me. But then it was like a quick spin around to where I noticed all the things that mattered to me in the background that I didn't have to do. And just with even her finding herself more, and she's finding herself even more, it just makes it like, even if you don't pertain to this, or she'll help me run the page, like she helps with that, like, but even she'll help with the boot camps on Saturday, but like, even if you don't train people, even if you don't, you do your part by how you are in your mind state when it comes to when
Is she taking other things off your plate?
Right.
Because there's times my wife does that too.
Right, and just being the better her. I look at, for me, for everybody, man, it's just free will to think, being the best you. That's it. Can't let society and life think for you. You cannot fall in with the herd. You know what I mean? There is going to be people of progression and people of digression. Like, it's going to be, you either going to be up here or you're going to be down here. You either going to be positive and know that you can and think and go on, or you're going to be a negative person with doubt. No one wants to be around negativity and doubt. You're doubting the smallest stuff that you can accomplish. Like, let's set some small things and go forward. So that's the difference, man. That's why I appreciate you and just appreciate your grind.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for lighting that fire up under my ass.
Yeah, I got to. And I just, like, the people that are around, and we motivate each other and take care. Because that helps me to know that how I feel, and I know that same thing I'm learning that helps me can help you. I'm genuine. I feel great. I want more, I'm going to have more, but I am content with my peace of mind and where I'm at and where my brain and where I'm at, the growth of y'all. You know, I just, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah, man.
It makes it all worth it.
One life to live. Let's live it to the fullest.
I truly believe that the energy from y'all is going up.
Yeah.
I don't need no parade from humans or, hey, it was Bishop to help. I don't need that from them. Listen, you don't gotta do none of that. You living your best life.
That's
Listen,
it right there.
I feel it. It ain't nothing that no one can give me. I feel it. I see it. That's what makes. I know that's going forward. That energy's going forward, and all the things God's like.
Each one teach one too, because like as you poured all that into me, you know, all right.
Yep, and then somebody and then next you know it's just like boom. So I think that is the biggest, helping, and we ain't even say it ain't even say it. So it's having people do the best and live the best out of that life and that energy that they give off.
See, and I also think some people complicate the Bible, but honestly, stuff like that right there too, that's God's work too.
Yeah, that's why I be looking when they.
You're judged off your works.
Yeah, I'm helping people. Yeah, we're helping each other. Like, that's why I be like, and I don't need no I don't need no parade. God's going. I believe it's all going. I'm sowing seeds, and I'm watching everyone harvest off their seeds, and I'm getting mine. So I look at it like I feel great. I feel it. The energy, like yo, listen, man. I'm telling you, like a young boy, I ain't playing like yo. It's and I just be happy, like yo. I was excited for you. I slept good. I was like, yo, this is what it's about, and I just thank God, like this is what it's about. Mm-hmm. This is what I get up to do. It's genuine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful for it. You know what I mean? Because the more and the better we're going to get our foot in the door somehow. It's going to be old because we help so many people along the way.
Yeah. Like Leland Nelson, man, him coming with that book, him giving me a lot of literature that he shot in my inbox. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
I got him, the boy Michael Goodman, Tracy Brown, Roll Up. Like, they gave me people that gave me stuff that, like, I'm like, you know what I mean? And it's not in vain. And I send that good vibes because when I think, like, yo, they helped me. You know what I mean? And I wish nothing but good. And I know that they're in that wavelength to receive it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you be like, yo, how did this just happen? It's because of the seeds you sow. You know what I mean? You can't take care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of others. I'm good. And it'll be real.
My wife said, why are you doing this? I did tell her, first of all, it's for me.
Yes.
But number two, I want to be around to see my grandkids. I want to be around to see first of all, I want to be around to see my kids grow, get old, go to college, and become successful. I want to see my grandkids. And I don't want, God willing, I don't want to die in my 60s. You know what I mean? Or 50s. Like, I don't want to check out.
You don't even have to fear that. You doing everything possible to be here.
Yeah. I want to be that dude that's be 80
I'm
plus,
be here.
90, 95. Like,
yeah. I got inspiring. I train a lady. She's older lady. I got inspiring people where you see them moving with grace past that mark.
Yeah, as young as you feel.
Yeah, I tell them it's a mind state. It's a mindset.
My dad's 58. He's still out here. Like,
yeah,
he's out here.
But we thank y'all for tuning in on this Saturday. You know how we do. We appreciate y'all. You see, I'm ready for tomorrow. You know what I mean? I got to represent regardless. You know what I mean? I'm in here, man. You know what I mean? We going to Baltimore tomorrow. Try to get this dub. You know what I mean?
You going to the game?
Yeah. I'll be here.
Good stuff.
Yeah, me and the wife go every year. Ready. Alright, man, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. You know, this is gonna be a great week
for us. We're here for it. Yeah.
Yep.
You get to test out my new home gym after Tuesday.
Man, that's good.
Actually, I'm going to get me a workout in tomorrow morning.
I knew you was. He's like, I'm going down here and bless this.
Yeah. I didn't do it today. I'm still getting the baby's room together and some other stuff in the house. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to get me one in and go praise the Lord.
All right. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in. You know where to catch us at, man. We out of here. Have a good week. Peace.